That's a very loaded question. I'm feeling a lot of things right now.
This is my first time. It was a little stressful. I recently moved across the country, so this was just another added challenge, but I loved every second of it, and I'm glad to have such an amazing team.
We are going to have some great commentary. We're going to have some pretty cool conversations and graphics. We're going to talk about actual athletes competing. We're just trying to treat it like a real sport.
I don't know, yeah. I think the APU has an incredible community, and I think the people who are running it are putting a lot of their time and the effort to kind of like bring that experience, and we're really excited to just like deliver on that.
Welcome back to day 2 of the 2025 APU Provincial Powerlifting Championships. My name is Adam Maneri, and I will be your commentator for this first session of lifting. Lifting is set to get started right away, but before we move to the platform, we just have a quick message from one of our referees.
I'll be chief referee on platform 2. Welcome to day 2 of APU Provincials 2025.
Again, lifting is set to get started in about a minute here. We have first attempts loaded on the bar on platform 1 and 2. So expect lifting to get started. We have our first lifter of the day coming out in the youth division. So these are lifters under 14 years of age. And that is an amazing way to start this meet. Bar is loaded on 2, and we're having our youth lifters absolutely crush it so far on platform 1. Just bear with us as we get some updated lifter info to you from LiftingCast. You can also follow along on liftingcast.com with the live score sheet, but we'll have that integrated into the stream here shortly for you. Got our lifter, unfortunately, not able to get the lift completed in time on platform 2. Again, thank you so much for joining us on day 2 of the 2025 APU Provincial Championships. My name is Adam Maneri, and I'll be commentating this first session with some youth lifters on platform 1 and some of our lighter open male lifters on platform 2, including Calvin Chan, member of Wendigo Barbell. Bar is loaded for Grace on 1 as Calvin looks to have picked a great opening attempt, although might not have quite hit depth. I didn't get a good angle on that one, but we got two red lights, one from the center referee and one from the side referee, and they were red cards, which generally indicates a lack of depth. Got the bar loaded for Wes on platform 2. Member of Hall Strength Systems, coached there by Max Hall. And on 1, we have Maximilian. He's one of our thumbnail athletes. We got a couple youth athletes front and center today. Good lift for Wes on platform 2. Good lift for Max there. Great opening attempt. He's got a family of lifters behind him. Bars loaded for Millen, a member of Core Powerlifting on platform 2. And one of the youngest members of the legendary lifting family in Alberta, the Knoppers family. Set for her second squat attempt on platform 1. That looked like a good opener, and it was on platform 2. You want that opening attempt to be something that you're comfortable with, something that can help you build some confidence as you move through the remaining 8 lifts of the day. All right, and we've got the correct information synced now at the bottom of your screen, so you should be able to see the information of every lifter on the platform. Got Razvan on platform 2. A little bit slower than some of the opening attempts that we've seen so far, but that still was a comfortable way to start his meet. He's got some more in the tank. Oh yeah, I don't have the script, so if you can just hide them. You can hide them. Got Ryan Yip. This is a battle to keep an eye out for the 60 kilo open men, Ryan and Calvin. They come in with personal best totals within 10 kilograms of one another, so they'll be fighting back and forth on those third deadlifts. Interestingly, Ryan has a little bit of a stronger deadlift, so he might be able to pull for the win if he can get close enough to Calvin by that time. Meanwhile, the Knoppers family absolutely crushing it on platform 1, the third generation, believe it or not, of official APU lifters in that family. Pretty amazing. A good start on platform 2 for Ryan. Bars loaded on platform 2 for Justin, opening with 200 kilos. And again, the Knoppers family, no, you're not seeing double. We've got 2 young Knoppers on the youth platform right now. Battle of the siblings? Making it look easy, not surprising, given the family legacy within the APU. Justin, again, not quite as fast as you would want from an opener, but still leaving a little bit of room to move up on that second attempt. John walking out, checking the weights on platform 2 there. really taking his time, just wants to be confident as he gets under the bar there. Take a deep breath before unracking. Need a confident walkout here. Got Grace, another one of our thumbnail athletes there. Very confident walkout. That's a good second attempt for Grace. Our youth lifters showing us how it is done. You love to see this new generation of lifters coming up in Alberta. The sport has grown so much in the 12 years that I've been a part of it. The quality of lifting is so much higher. The depth in the field, and now this newer youth category giving our young lifters an opportunity to showcase the hard work that they've been putting in. Got 205 kilos loaded on the bar on platform 2. Confident walkout. Maximilian coming out. That's a good lift. Go Max. That is 3 white lights for another youth lifter. Looks like we got our first provincial record attempt of the day from one of our Knoppers athletes. I expect this pair to be setting a lot of records as they move through their powerlifting career. Meanwhile, we're going to have Melnerd come out on platform 2, a seasoned lifter himself. He is competing with his own club, MDL. I was chatting with him this morning, and they really want to push for that best overall team award. It's going to be close. There's a lot of great clubs lifting here this weekend, but I know that Melnerd really does want that club championship as he gets under the bar. Confident walkout. Melnerd tends to be a fairly wide squatter, but it looks like he's actually brought his squat stance in. Know that he has dealt with some injuries over the years, and maybe bringing in that squat stance a touch has been a response to some of the injuries that he's had over the years. Also works as a physiotherapist, so I think he knows what his body needs. Just waiting for the correct time to be loaded, I think, on to platform 1 for our lifter and their provincial record attempt. Got Nicholas on platform 2, 83 kilo open, squatting very pretty 225 kilos. I say very pretty because 225 kilos, you get 4 nice red plates on the bar, nothing else. Looks very clean. Gets the squat command. And that is another example of how to pick an opening weight selection. Normally you're looking at something about 90% of your true max. Every coach has a little bit different strategy when it comes to selecting that first attempt. You'll hear a lot of folks say something like pick a weight that you can do for 3 repetitions, which might seem light, but it's really important to get that opening attempt under your belt. We got Brent on platform 2. Disappointing. We were shaping up to have a great contest between Brent and Hong Ming. Unfortunately, Hong Ming had to pull out due to injury, so it looks like Brent will likely take this 83 kilogram class pretty easily. I would have loved to see that battle with Hong Ming, 2 of our top lifters in the province. But Brent takes his time getting under the bar, confidently walks that out. One of the main leaders of core powerlifting. Really built a strong community over the years. Finally, without further ado, we have this provincial record attempt that we've been waiting for. A day of knoppers in that nice high bar position. Yes. Let's see. That is a provincial record. You'd love to see it. Again, under 14 years of age, has many, many years ahead of her. Now we have another provincial record. Again, you're not seeing double. We have the other Knoppers sibling going for a different provincial record. And we also have a song on platform 2. That's a provincial record, I bet. Let's see what the judges say. Good lift on both platforms, yes. Absolutely love to see it. Great work by our loaders, making sure that the weight in between attempts is loaded as quickly as possible so we can keep this meet running smoothly. We've got Calvin getting under the bar there. Again, member of Wendigo Barbell. It looked like he might have cut depth a little bit, but we'll see what the judges think. Yeah, that's 3 reds. That was, I didn't want to say it, but that was pretty high. Grace, meanwhile, shows how it's done. That is a good depth on her end. Believe it or not, we're gearing up for our 3rd provincial record attempt of the day. Maximilian Lewin. Again, he's got some family members in the APU community as well. Meanwhile, we've got Wes attempting his 2nd squat of the day, 187.5 kilos. Member of Hall Strength Systems, coached by Max Hall. Go Wes. Good depth. A little bit of a sticking point halfway up. Let's go, Max. That is, 2 out of 3 whites. That is a provincial record and a big smile for Max as he walks off the platform. Bar is loaded on platform 2. Another core powerlifting member. Hoping to squat 190 kilos. Already over 400 pounds for Milan. Taking his time, making sure that he's comfortable under the bar. Make that big deep breath before he walks out and gets settled. Gets that squat command from the head referee. Okay. And that is a good lift on platform 2. Well done. Again, thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, Taylor Nutrition, Unlock your peak performance with a personalized sports nutrition session designed for powerlifters. We'll assess your goals, training, diet, and recovery to create a targeted fueling plan, complete with supplement guidance, custom meal planning, and athlete-friendly recipes. Tailored nutrition. Got Razvan on platform 2, getting ready to squat 200 kilos, over 440 pounds, as he walks out that barbell. Sorry about that, wrong platform, but we're back in time to catch that good lift for Razvan. Thank you to our sponsors like the Strength Guys. The Strength Guys coach world champions like Taylor Atwood and Laya Bavoil, and lifters just like you. For online coaching, nutrition, and injury management trusted by the best, visit thestrengthguys.com. Break PRs with us. I was telling folks on the stream yesterday, the Strength Guys are actually my first coaching service back over a decade ago. Worked with John from the Strength Guys, no longer with the team. He's living his best life out on the East Coast. Got 2 lifters on both platforms. Easy opener on platform 1. Justin grinded that one out. The opener was tougher than you wanted to see, so I'm not surprised that it was a slower second attempt. Probably has 2.5 kilos in the tank, but I wouldn't say much more than that. Ryan on platform 2 again. He's going toe-to-toe with Calvin for the 66 kilo open crown today. He comes in with 10 kilograms on his personal best over Ryan, but again, every attempt will matter today. Ryan gets a squat command. A little tough. Let's see. He got it. Good lift for Ryan. Danny crushes that one. Member of Iron and Elegance. Platform 2, 215 kilos is being loaded on the bar. 105 kilos on platform 1. Again, you're watching some of our women's sub-junior on platform 1, some of our lighter male open competitors on platform 2. Both athletes are getting under the bar there, trying to be comfortable. India with a comfortable opener. Let's see how platform 2. That looked like it might have been a touch high. I've been pretty good at calling depth from this position, but not on that one. 3 white light. I guess I was seeing something different. Maybe I was being a little bit harsh. Okay, yeah. I don't know what I was seeing, but that was a good lift. Anya on platform 1, John on platform 2, taking in his time to make sure that everything is sorted as it needs to be. The correct weights are loaded on the bar. Some lifters have that as part of their pre-lift routine as they enter the platform. Anya just quick to get under the bar, wants that squat command. Big breath. A little bit of a sticking point, slower than you want for your opener. Let's see how John does on platform 2. Good depth on his second attempt. A little bit of a sticking point halfway up, but that's a good lift for John. Gabrielle is going to take her first attempt, women's sub-junior lifter on platform 1. We have Melnard on platform 2. Again, he is the head of MDL Powerlifting, one of the clubs that is trying to compete for the title of best team in the Alberta Powerlifting Union. Gabrielle, great walkout, high bar squatter. You can see that that barbell is placed a little bit higher on her back. You'll see it with our sub-junior lifters, sometimes there isn't that confidence in the bottom position. It can get a little bit scary with a bunch of weight on your back as you enter into the hole, as we call it. So you saw her stumble a little bit, but she still got a good lift. And if she can come out of that position with a little bit more confidence on her second, I'm sure she'll smoke it. Melnard on platform 2. Again, like I mentioned, looks like he has brought his squat stance in significantly. I remember training with Melnard back in the W95 days at the University of Alberta before that club got a spot in the actual gym. We trained mostly out of what you would call a storage closet. Anna on platform 1. Very controlled squatter. Good brace, no issue at all. She's opening with over 300 pounds, so very, very strong sub-junior lifter. Nicholas on platform 2. Nicholas getting that barbell loaded. Good walk back, big deep breath for Nicholas. Ooh. A stumble again out of the hole, but no issue with speed whatsoever. Again, a lot of times people just want to rush out of that bottom position rather than leaning into the stretch reflex and squatting up a little bit more naturally. There's this human instinct, that's a good lift on platform 1. There's this human instinct to just get out of the hole as quickly as you can, but sometimes you want to just calm yourself down, use that stretch reflex that you have in the bottom position, and then power up. But again, move very quickly, so what am I even talking about? Got Rian on platform 1, and we got Brent on platform 2. Yeah, and like I was saying, I was really hoping for a contest with Brent and Hong Ming today, but unfortunately, Hong Ming had to pull out due to a little bit of an injury, just the SI joint, nothing serious, but I'm looking forward to seeing him back on the platform. But Brent should pretty comfortably cruise to a victory today, assuming that he is able to make an attempt on each of his 3 disciplines. Rianne on platform 1. Great confident squat, very speedy. Brent came out of the hole very cleanly. Little bit of a sticking point, but then powered out the top of the movement. Again, he's an experienced lifter. He knows what he is doing, so I expect him to come out with 3rd attempt that he can hit comfortably. Got our 2nd attempts rolling on platform 1, 3rd attempts on platform 2. Sela had a strong opener. See if she can come back on her 2nd. Hassan with 150 kilos loaded for his 3rd. So Hassan about to take his 3rd. Good 2nd on platform 1, and that's a good 3rd squat on platform 2. So I'm looking at the score sheet, I thought that Calvin got his second, but he is actually 0 for 2. He needs this squat to stay in the game, and I was talking about how we should have a close match between Calvin and Ryan, but this is not the start that Calvin wanted to this competition. He's going to have to make this one, of course, but then he's going to have to come back and really bring his best on bench and deadlift if he wants a shot. Calvin needs this one, member of Wendigo Barbell. Got Danny on platform 1 from Iron and Elegance. See as Calvin gets focused. Danny walks the bar out. Comfortable squat for Danny. Calvin needs this squat. Oh my God. See, it's such a shame. Oh, 2 white lights. He still got called for depth by one of the side referees. But you can see how much strength he had there. He just needs to squat to depth. And this might be a situation where you need to take a look at your training. Are you consistently squatting to depth in training, or are you consistently cutting it a little bit high? I think he probably had 15 plus kilos of strength left, but because he missed depth on his first 2, he kept the same weight, and now probably is too far away to push for first place overall. India on platform 1, got Wes on platform 2. Great push for India there. Wes walks the barbell out. Gets the squat command on platform 2. Oh! Just lost positioning. You saw him move a little bit forward, but the spotters were there to catch him. His second was a little bit tough, so again, not entirely surprising there with his third. I think if he locks in his technique a little bit, the strength is there. It'll still be a grind. Let's see how Anya handles her second attempt. Meanwhile, Milan is approaching second platform, core powerlifting. Anya. I love that squat. Slow, but controlled. Just a little bit too high. That, again, just a little bit too high for Gabrielle. But I do love her commitment. Oh, another grind on platform 2. Let's see if he was deep enough. He was. 3 white lights. Gabrielle on platform 2. Another sub-junior lifter. Again, we've got our sub-junior women on platform 1 and some of our lighter open men on platform 2. Gabrielle takes that deep breath, comes out of the hole, and she's got more for her third, assuming that the judges liked what they saw. She did get 1 red light for depth by one of the side referees. Platform 2, Razvan getting under the bar, 205 kilograms. Walks the bar out, looks at the referee for that squat command, gets it. Lost a little bit of tension in that bottom position, but had the strength to bring it out. Got 1 red light on depth, but 2 whites means that it is a good lift. Anna has the barbell loaded for her on platform 1. So this is an important lift for Anna, as she is going toe-to-toe with Caitlin in the women's sub-junior 76 class. As as far as their squats combined with their opening submissions for bench press and deadlift, they're separated by only 2.5 kilos in their forecasted total. So we'll keep you updated on that battle in the women's sub-junior 76. Meanwhile, we have Justin on platform 2. Oh my gosh. That was a grind of a lift for Justin. Let's see if he got it. Might be having an issue with some of our referee lights. Might have to move to physical cards. We'll see. I think it was a good lift, but just waiting on the official sign from the referees. Meanwhile, we have Caitlin, the other half of this big competition in the 76 sub-junior category. We'll see if hers moves better than Anna's. And it does. Looked like it was just in depth. Oh, no. 2 red lights on depth. So again, it was right on the line there. She'll need to come back and hit that because, again, this competition between Caitlin and Anna is as close as it can possibly get. Platform 2, it looks like Justin may have received a no lift. They were having an issue with their lights, but yes, was a no lift, unfortunately, for Justin. Got Ryan getting under the bar. He is looking, oh, getting hyped on platform 1. Love to see it as Ryan, yeah, Ryan v. Ryan. Ooh. That is a great looking squat. Assuming that she got the depth that she needed. 1 red light, but all you need is 2 whites. That is a provincial record on platform 1. And another missed lift on platform 2, which means that we'll have a pretty interesting competition there between Ryan and Calvin. Neither of them executed exactly how they wanted on squats. Calvin's probably counting his good graces that Ryan missed that 3rd attempt. Gives him a shot. $220 kilos loaded on the bar on platform 2. Let's see. 85 kilos loaded on platform 1. 220 on platform 2. Can he do it? He got it up. That's a good lift on platform 2. Unfortunately, a no lift on platform 1. Just missed depth there. So again, when we're talking about squat depth, it's something that I've been talking about quite frequently, but haven't really explained it. So squat depth, you require the crease of the hip to be lower than the top of the knee joint. The side referees generally have a bit of a better vantage for that. A lot of depth calls come from the side referees. But if a squat is high, and sometimes you get all 3 reds if it is that obvious. Danny on platform 1 from Iron and Elegance. John, again, the lifter loves to check the weights on the bar before he tightens his belt and approaches the barbell. Danny pushes through that sticking point. Should be a good lift, yep, for Danny. John, again, taking his time. This is going to be a tough 3rd attempt for John. Let's see if he has what he needs. Big deep breath as he unracks. Let's go, John. Oh! God, you have to respect that effort. He started and restarted a couple of times there. India. Oh! Oh, got to stick with it, India. So something that we'll always tell our lifters, even if you're failing a squat, please do not leave the barbell, right? You got to stick with the barbell so that the entirety of the weight does not go in the hands of our spotters. Still, our spotters did a great job to re-rack that weight. Got Melnard on platform 2, MDL, powerlifting. He's got a nice deadlift. And a good squat, it appears as well. Oh, not quite. 2 red lights on the depth, it looks like. So Anya, she wants this one. She actually needs this one. Got called on depth on her first 2 squats to stay in the competition and register a total. That looked to be a little bit deeper. Come on, push it, push it. Oh, just a little bit too much. Fortunately, Anya won't register a total. She can continue to lift in the event, but her total will officially be 0 kilograms. You need to register a successful lift in each of the 3 disciplines. Nicholas Lee. Oh, yeah, so we saw him shift back right when he hit the hole there. Lost position, lost the groove, and really wasn't able to generate any force coming out into his concentric portion of the movement. Gabriella on platform 1. Getting ready to squat 130 kilos as a sub-junior. Not a bad squat. Very focused lifter. Whoa. Lost position, but stayed with it. Hey, 3 white lights, that's all that matters. Brent is taking his time, talking to the bar, whispering sweet nothings, trying to make sure that they are on good terms for this 3rd squat. Again, he has been huge in building out this community of core powerlifting in Alberta. Large contingent of mostly sub-junior and junior lifters. And that might be the squat of the meet so far. Oh no! I would honestly protest to the head referee there if I was Brent. I don't know. We've got Danny Lee on one of the side referee lights there. He was given some tough calls yesterday, and he called, as well as the other side referee, a little bit of downward motion there. I thought that he maintained upward motion. There were a couple of stalls, which is okay. You can pause as long as the entirety of the bar does not move downward, but our side referees had a little bit of a better position, and maybe I'm biased. I just really wanted that lift to count. Caitlin Lawson giving this another attempt. She actually went up in weight from her second, so she missed her second and then decided to go up in weight. Again, this is probably a decision based on the competition that she is having with Anna. Every single kilogram matters. Oh, and it looks like Justin might have been awarded a second attempt on his 3rd, actually. He might have protested. Oh! See, interesting decision for Caitlin to go up in weight when she missed 157.5 kilos on her second. There are so many things going into those sorts of decisions, but if I was her coach, I probably would have had her just try to secure that 157.5. Still, we've got another provincial record attempt coming on platform 187.5 kilograms. For those of you who train in a commercial gym, that is over a 4-plate squat. And this is a sub-junior lifter, under 19 years of age. That is a very impressive squat. Meanwhile, we've got Briggs on platform 2, opening with only 75 kilos. He's squatted 142.5 in competition before, so I'm not sure if he's injured and maybe just taking this so that he can register a total. Let's see how this provincial record attempt goes on platform 1. Squat 2 was tough. I'm gonna say that looked a touch high. No lift for Briggs, and unfortunately, I was correct. That was a little bit high on platform 1. Still, she hit 180 on her second, which is a great squat. We're gonna move on to bench press on platform 1. Platform 1 is moving a little bit quicker because we have a youth session. Not too many lifters in that session. Got Christian, platform 2. That looked to be a pretty easy. Might have skipped a command. There were some yellow cards there I didn't see myself, but the lift looked good, so it was likely a technical fault there. Because there's fewer lifters in the one flight, so just moving really quickly. If you want to set up the camera angle. The camera angle for bench. All right, we got Thomas. Easy opener. Wiley strength athlete with his coach on the platform. Byron Wiley of Wiley Strength is one of our meet directors. He is also that man's coach, and he is working as a spotter and loader as well. A very, very busy man. Bars loaded on 2 for Zachary. As he approaches the bar. Zachary is in a competition for the 83-kilogram junior class. As he, wow, moves that opener like one of his first warm-ups. Yeah, so Zachary and Thomas we have in the 83 sub-junior class. They came in with fairly close personal best, but it looks like Zachary has put a lot on his total. My gosh. Coming into this meet, his best squat was 145 kilos, and he opened with 160. Meanwhile, we've got Brad coming out for his first squat, another member of core powerlifting. Gets settled as he walks the barbell out. Easy opener. A lot of these guys on platform 2 are really showing us how to pick a weight, but no lift, a little high. I'm going to be honest, the side referees on platform 2 are calling depth very tight. that's something to be aware of as a lifter and as a coach. Missed a message in the chat from Darby. Let's go John and Natish. We got Aaron Miles. Good opener for him on platform 2. As he re-racks the weight. One of those lifters that likes to lift with the chain in the mouth. Hey, if it works, it works. All right, we've got Sebastian walking the weight out, core powerlifting member. Good lift there. Our spotters and loaders led by Byron Wiley and crew. Bar is loaded for Dennis there. Walks that barbell out. Good lift for Dennis. Bar is loaded for Jasper on platform 2, another core powerlifting member, one of the top teams in the province looking to take home the championship banner this weekend. Let's go, Jasper. Great opener. We'll see what the side referees think. 3 white lights. They've been a little bit tough so far. Ethan Thomas in the chat, our champion yesterday from the junior 83 kilo class, our most stacked division of the competition so far. There were 7 lifters that were vying for a podium position, but Ethan came out on top, and he's cheering on Brent in the stream today. Meanwhile, we've got Daniel approaching the bar, 210 kilos for his opener. Slow, eccentric portion of the lift, but nice and controlled. Refs think it is a good lift. 3 white lights for Daniel. Again, just a little bit of an update on platform 1. Moved faster than platform 2 today just because we had our youth division with only a handful of lifters. So they will be starting bench press in 5 minutes as we still work through our second flight of squats on platform 2. So we'll be broadcasting a dual platform stream again here in about 5 minutes. Raymond approaches the barbell. Wants to make sure that he is comfortable, that he is confident. Got some more shout outs in the chat from Darby and Katie. Let's go Ray, let's go Brent. Brent seems to be the most popular lifter in the chat so far. Yesterday we had a bit of a competition who had the most support from viewers online. It looks like Brent is leading the charge right now. Briggs's pet chickens are watching from home. The whole family is tuned in to watch this competition. You love to see it. All the pets, all the family, everyone is watching from home. Platform 2, we have one of the best lifters in this competition this weekend. Very experienced lifter. I have competed against Justin at the national level where he knocked me off the podium. No hard feelings at all. Great lifter. They should move smoothly for Justin. Snappy at the top. Justin has a nice deadlift. He's opening with 287.5 kilos. Who approaching the barbell. 235 kilos as he walks that out. Looked to be a good lift. Again, some of the side referees have not liked what they saw, but they liked that one for Koo. It's a good lift. Oh, Briggs is up on platform 2 with those pet chickens watching from home. Cluck, cluck, or whatever sound chickens make. Let's go, Briggs. Again, not sure what is going on with Briggs. I had 142.5 registered as his best squat, which I think is the case. He got that one. Not sure if he is battling an injury. The chickens are hyped. Let's go, Briggs. I don't know if you can send a photo in the chat or not, but I'd love to see those chickens. The whole crew is getting in on this. Hopefully I'm not spreading something that's an insulting inside joke, but got Thomas, platform 2. Wiley strength. Can see Byron Wiley on the left of your screen as one of the spotters on this platform, his coach. And it looks like we're about ready to get started on platform 1, bench press as well. Looked to be a clean lift for Thomas. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights. All right, yeah. Ethan Thomas is taking the chat a little bit far. Might stop with the chicken references at this point. But still cheering Briggs on. That's okay. Platform 1 got our opening bench press. Super narrow grip from our youth lifter there. Really using everything that she can from the triceps. Christian is getting ready for his bar to be loaded on platform 2. Oh. Let's go, Christian. I think he walked out maybe with an expletive. No lift on platform 1. Very eager to get that squat command. Oh, I think it was a little high. Oh. Oh, he managed to get 2 white lights. I thought that was going to be high, but he still got the call. Zahn, a second member of the Knoppers clan in this youth division, opening with 20 kilos on the bench press. A Lion's Den powerlifting. Looked to be a good lift. Let's see. That is, in fact, 3 white lights. Got Zachary Wheeler on platform 2. Was shaping up to be a competition between Zachary and Thomas, but Zachary has stacked a ton of kilograms on his lift since he last competed. So he is planning to run away with first place in the sub-junior 83 division. Some amazing progress in his training. Got 2 white lights there, still a good lift for Zachary. Brad getting ready for his bar to be loaded on platform 2. And Grace, one of our youth lifters and thumbnail athletes, walking out to approach that bench. Brad is finding his mental energy, his focus. Grace gets that start command. I'm not sure. I didn't see if she got the press command. I think maybe the judges were waiting for the bar to get settled on her chest. I didn't quite see what happened there. Got a couple folks cheering for Zach in the chat. Let's go, Zach. Let's go, Zach. Aaron, bar is loaded for him on platform 2. And you got that chain loaded, ready to rock. He's been competing a lot in the last couple of years. I've seen him at a few different meets in Calgary. Yes, a lot of love for Max in the chat. Woo! Yeah, he gives a nod, I think, to Brian is handling him in the back there. Love from Steven in the chat. More love for Zach, more love for Max. Max is one of our cover athletes of this session. Sebastian under the bar, core powerlifting, 195 kilos loaded. Walks that weight out, gets it settled, looks at that head referee for the squat command. Looks to be good depth, controlled concentric, and that is 3 white lights. Good lift for Sebastian. Yo, King. That is Maximilian. He is indeed king. Got to put together a highlight reel for Max at his last meet. That was a lot of fun. Dennis approaching the bar. Getting settled under that bar. Walks it out. Very controlled. Knees shifted a little bit in the bottom position. Head ref wasn't quite sold on it, but he got 2 white lights. He is, I think, just wanting to ask the head referee what exactly the issue was. It was a red card. Looked like it was probably a depth call, but side refs thought it was okay. Jasper's coming up next on platform 2. Adea on platform 1. Some love for Sebastian in the chat as well. And Jasper, Ethan just, you know, he's dedicated to the sport. Lifting yesterday, active in the chat today. J-Dog. A little bit too much for Jasper, member of Core Powerlifting. He'll come back in his third. He just needs that confidence coming out of the hole. Because he's got the love of the chat. Zachary Wheeler also getting some love in the chat. Daniel approaching the barbell with confidence. He's going to take his time to get settled. Get his head right. Half of this sport is in your head, especially when it comes to getting those extra few kilos on competition day. Slow and controlled. Again, great squat. Love to see it. See if he got the call. 2 white lights for Daniel. They're calling depth pretty tight today, I must admit, on platform 2. Platform 1, we've got another one of the knoppers, or I guess the first one. A little bit narrower grip than her brother. But love to see that 3rd generation of knoppers competing in the APU. Got Justin on platform 2. Again, very strong lifter. And I don't know what I was saying about Brent walking away with this division. It's actually going to be probably Justin who I would expect to take this division. I think he might have been registered initially in a different weight class, so I missed that one on my end. So it'll be between Justin and Brent in that division. Melnerd, if he can pull together a brilliant deadlift. We got the other knoppers, a little bit wider grip for Zan. Very quick descent to his chest there. Let's see what the judges think. That's a good lift for the other knoppers. Bars loaded for Koo. Matchup that we're looking at in the 74 kilo open division is between Raymond and Koo. Raymond hit his opening squat, but then scratched his 2nd and 3rd. I'm not sure if there was an injury or if he just knew that there wasn't much in the tank and he wanted to save himself. But here we have Koo. Oh, gotta stay with it. Hopefully Koo's okay. But again, just always need our lifters to stay with the barbell for the safety of our spotters. Thankfully, they got it sorted. Grace, one of our cover athletes. Great lift for Grace. Wonderful smile that she has after that lift. Noah lift on platform 2. Maximilian, King Max, going for another provincial record. The man, the myth, the legend, U3 66 division, Maximilian. Waiting for Briggs on platform 2, 135 kilos loaded on the bar. Looks like he just really wanted to secure his first attempt, so he was loaded 75 kilos. Unfortunately, he missed the first attempt on depth, but he's back with his third attempt, 135 kilos. Maximilian, see if he can set another provincial record. What a day. That is a nice bench press. A little bit slow off the chest, but doesn't matter how fast it is. Sorry, it's already been a long day. Doesn't matter how fast it is as long as it comes up without that downward motion. Looks like Briggs is timing out, actually. He's been throwing me off all day. So he is timing out on platform 2. Again, Steven cheering Max on in the chat. Maximilian absolutely crushing it today. Seems like a lot of folks know Briggs in the chat. If you know what's going on with him, if he's injured or what the situation is, you can let us know in the chat. Thomas, 150 kilos loaded on the bar. Member of Wiley Strength, Byron Wiley. Fun fact about Coach Byron, he used to be an elite hacky sacker. I'm not making that up. That is a true fact. Check him out on Instagram. One of his pinned videos, I believe, is him with his hacky sack. Pretty wild stuff. I might have to ask him to bring it out later today. Again, for those of you joining us a little bit late in the stream, my name is Adam Maneri. I'm the owner of Narrative Lens Videography, and I'm your commentator for today's first session, day 2 of the 2025 APU Provincial Powerlifting Championship. You got Christian on platform 2. Tends to get a little bit excited, loses some tightness and positioning, needs to stay calm in this lift, make sure that he is settled in the bottom position. Let's go, Zach, bring home that gold in the chat. A much better squat, slow for Christian, but a little bit more control and confidence approaching that lift, so well done. You know, a lot of love for Zachary Wheeler in the chat. He's getting ready to hit his third squat attempt, member of North Rise. Zachary looks to be cruising to the sub-junior 83 kilo championship. He has made tremendous progress on his lifts as of late. Let me, give me a minute and I'll pull up his lifter data on my end, because I do think that he has made some pretty incredible progress. He walks out that squat. He does hit the rack a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't throw him off. 185 kilos. Major sticking point. I don't think there was any downward motion. The referees agree that is 3 white lights. Yeah, so I am pulling up Zachary's data here. This is his third competition, but he hasn't competed since 2023. We have Knoppers, almost. So it looks like Zach took some time away from competing, really improving his total before stepping back on the platform, which makes sense why he has added so many kilograms on his lifts. His last competition was Alberta Provincials 2 years ago. Got Brad on platform 2, core powerlifting. Brad, calm, cool, and collected, waiting for that squat command. That looked like he cut depth. Don't want to speak it into existence, and I didn't. The referees thought that was deep enough. Another provincial record attempt for our youth lifter here on platform 1. Brad. Looks like there was a technical reason for the no lift on platform 1. Her handler is very experienced, so is seeing if there's anything that can be done there, but it doesn't look so. Aaron with a great third attempt. 3 white lights for Aaron. Bars loaded for Grace, Iron, and Elegance on platform number 1. Platform 2, they're just finishing loading the bar for Sebastian. Core powerlifting, 205 kilos loaded on his barbell. Sebastian approaching the bar. He got some love in the chat earlier, I know. He's squatting in the Nikes. Member of core powerlifting, as I mentioned. Grace. Go Grace from Megan in the chat. Yes, that is a good lift. Got 1 red light. Not sure if she might have rushed the command, actually. It looked like it was close, but she got 2 white lights. Sebastian grinding out that third attempt. 2 white lights for Sebastian as well. That's a good lift. Maximilian, we know that he's got friends and family watching from home. And we got Jasper on platform 2. Both of these lifters are getting a lot of support in the live stream. Let's hear it from Maximilian. Let's go, Max. Breaking his own provincial record, hopefully. A little bit too much, but hey, you've already got the provincial record. Jasper walking that bar out. He really wants this one. Missed it on a second. Let's go, Jasper. Power out of the hole. He might have done it. Let's see what the judges say. Depth was close. Oh, 2 red lights. Head referee and one of our side referees. Surprisingly, it looked like Danny Lee gave it a good lift. One of our toughest referees. It was close. Love from Colombia. We're worldwide, Mr. International. Dennis, his third squat attempt on platform 2. Taking a little bit of a break on platform 1 before our next flight event. That is a grind of a lift. Sorry, didn't switch to the wide camera there. That's my mistake, but that is a good lift. Daniel, bar is getting loaded for his third squat attempt. Picked 227.5 kilos because that is just over 500 pounds. That is a big milestone for a lot of lifters. 500-pound squat. Let's go, Daniel. Similar to his second. Slow, yeah, was a little bit high. Slow but controlled. Would have loved to see him get that, but I do agree with the referees. It was just a touch on the high side. Justin coming out for his third, only jumping up 7.5 kilos. His second squat was a little bit slow. Where he really pulls away from Brent is on the bench press. Justin is planning to open with 157.5 kilos. Brent only opening with 120. If Brent can get that bench up, he will be a very, very, very competitive lifter. Justin a little bit more well-rounded, but he still needs to make his lifts. Again, got the nice Nikes. Guess that's a trend on this platform. Okay, looked like he just got depth. It was close. Yeah, 1 red light, but 2 out of 3, that is still a good lift. So Koo really does need this. I am surprised that he jumped 20 kilos after his first. That did seem a little bit aggressive. He missed his second. Probably should have jumped to 245, but hey, there's still a chance. It's not over yet. He can make this lift. It would be very big for him as he competes against Raymond in the 74 kilo open division. Sella, sorry about the pronunciation there on platform 1. 45 kilos, great opener. Let's go, Koo. See, attempt selection is really everything, folks. I'm sure that there was a reason for that, trying to push it in this competition, but when you push it too far, you end up leaving kilos on the table. Moving on to bench press on platform 2. Yeah, again, more love for Sebastian in the chat from across the world. Anya on platform 1. I believe that she is the lifter who is actually not going to be registering an official total. She did miss all 3 of her squats, but she can still see where her strength is on these other lifts. That should be good on bench press. That is a good lift for Anya. So again, we're just getting bench set up for platform 2. Going to be a 10-minute break between squat and bench press on platform 2, but platform 1, we're still rolling on our bench press. Looks like we're going to have Calvin open up bench press when platform 2 resumes, but for now, we're waiting. There's a little bit of a delay, but India is now approaching the bar on platform 1. If you have long hair on the bench press, you do need to tie it back just so that the referee can see your head position a little bit more clearly. Very narrow grip on that bench press. Makes it a little bit easier to come off the chest. Lockout requires some tricep strength, and she definitely had the tricep strength that she needed there. Anna will be next on platform 1. Bar is loaded for Anna. Again, this matchup between Anna and Caitlin is shaping up to be very, very close. Caitlin missed her second and third attempts, which really gave some room to Anna. She's not as strong on the bench press, but makes it up on the deadlift, which is, unfortunately, for folks like me with a decent bench press and not so decent deadlift, it is pretty nice to be a good deadlifter, because what that means is that you will get to lift after most of your competitors. So you can see what your competitors have lifted, and you'll be able to put on the barbell whatever you need to load. Looks like there's an issue with Anna's setup. Maybe her feet aren't flat on the floor, so she is not getting a start command. But the head referees quickly gave it to her there. She had 5 seconds left on the clock. Got a quick press command. Let's see if she gets the lift. Woo! Pulls it together, stays calm, and does what she needs to do. Corey and Peter cheering on Anna in the chat. It's a very stressful situation when you are not getting a start command. It's the worst, I would say, on or a start command when it's the worst, I would say, on squats, especially if you have walked the barbell out and you are carrying heavy weight on your back. But it's also not that fun on bench press, but she was able to keep calm and get the press out with 5 minutes or 5 seconds to spare. Ryan on platform 1, the provincial record on squat already. I didn't hear a press command, but I might have just missed it. I'm not sure if she did get a press command, but she got the 2 white lights from the side referees. Might have missed it. Caitlin coming out next. Again, this is one of the battles that I've been talking about, Caitlin and Anna. Caitlin came in with just a 2-kilo advantage in terms of personal best total. Right now, she is trailing in forecasted total, however, because she did miss her second and her third squat. She's a very strong bench press athlete, so she's going to need to pull it together here. Wide grip. That is a great lift, very strong bench press. She's going to need to get every possible kilogram on that lift because she doesn't seem to have the advantage when it comes to deadlifts. Next up, we got Danny, Iron and Elegance on platform 1. Corey and Peter, again, happy that Anna got that lift. She needed it. Let's go Danny on platform 1. She's taking her time, making sure that she's comfortable, she's settled. Gets the start command. Oh. It is her second attempt, so she has an attempt on the board, but that's going to be a tough one to get on her third. Not sure if the strength is there on the day. Make sure 50 kilograms loaded on the bar, platform 1. See if she can handle this 5-kilogram jump from her opener. Good lift on platform 1. Let's go, Anya. Make the most of this competition day. Steady. Let's go. Good bench. She's really turning her day around. Squats didn't go quite as she wanted, but very strong second bench press. Love for Stella in the chat. Let me know if that is the incorrect pronunciation for Stella. Stella, I believe. But you can let me know, Sophie. Got Gabrielle. Second bench. Wow. About as quick as you could possibly ask for. Platform 1, we've got a provincial record attempt coming from India. Let's go, India. Provincial record attempt on her second. Not a terrible spot to be. You can see 75.5 kilos loaded on the bar. Means she has a chip plate, one of the smaller plates on the barbell that you can only load if you are attempting a record. And that is a provincial record. Well done. Sorry, folks. Looks like we just lost one of the cameras there briefly. But we are back and good to go. Got Rianne. Coming out for her second bench press attempt, 92.5 kilos. And it looks like we're rolling on platform 2. Bars loaded for Calvin. No lift, unfortunately, for Rianne on platform 1. Caitlin Lawson, platform 1, going for a national record attempt. We were talking about her bench press. This is really where she is able to separate herself from Anna, or at least this is where she's trying to separate herself, going for the national record, 100 kilograms, 220 pounds. Again, for those of you commercial gym folks, that is almost a 2-plate deadlift. 220 pounds loaded on this national record attempt for Caitlin. We also got Milan on platform 2 with his opening. This is a very strong bench press for a sub-junior lifter. And presses it like it is nothing. Well done, Caitlin. That is a national record bench press. And that is a good lift on platform 2 as well. Bar is loaded on both platforms. Danny gets that start command. Again, a little bit too much. It's always tough on bench press. 5 kilo jump can seem like the world. Asan with a quick press command, a little bit shaky for an opener. Still, it's a good lift. With our spotters and loaders, make sure to change that weight on the barbell. Wes on platform 2. Stella on platform 1. Go Stella, let's go Wes. Stella's waiting for that start command. She got it. She gets it, rather. And just a little bit too much for Stella. Wes, however, that is a good lift for Wes. It looks like, yes, it is. Anya, the second half of this big competition for our women 76 kilo sub-junior division. Caitlin just set that national record bench press. So Anna could use this 5 kilo jump to add some additional separation between herself and Caitlin. Getting the handoff from one of our platform crew. A little bit too much for Anya. And sorry, that was Anya, not Anna. John with the start command and the press command. Very clean opener. Got bar just about loaded for Gabrielle on platform 1. Same for Nicholas on platform 2. Nicholas approaching the bar, still waiting for Gabrielle. There she comes out of the curtain. Both lifters are requesting liftoff. Gabrielle gets there first. See wrist position. Lost it a little bit. Barbell rolled in her hand, but she was still able to finish the lift. Same on platform 2. Both are good lifts. India is coming up with a provincial record attempt on platform 1 with her third bench press, 77.5 kilos. Meanwhile, Justin opening with 130 kilos on platform 2. Let's go, India. Provincial record attempt on her third. Justin doing his best to get into position on platform 2. Platform 1, a little bit ahead, a little bit quicker. She wants that start command. No, a little bit too much. And Justin, all of his lifts have been a little bit tough today. But he is on the board with his bench press. No lift on platform 1, unfortunately. Natish is ready to hit his opener on platform 2. That is a good lift for Natish. Caitlin hoping to break her own national record here. Hit 100 kilos on her second, going for 102.5 on her third. Not only increase her national record, but also narrow the gap between herself and Anna in that 76 sub-junior category. Let's go, Caitlin. We've also got Razvan on platform 2. A little bit too much. Always funny how 2.5 kilos on the bench can mean the world, but definitely can. On platform 2, however, that is a good lift for Razvan. Did get a red light from one of the side referees, but 2 out of 3 is still a good lift. Lost some energy in the chat. I don't know, maybe squats are just more exciting than bench press. Melnerd coming out for his first attempt. He's put a lot of effort into his bench press over the years. He is a longer limbed athlete, so bench press might not come completely naturally, but he's been able to consistently add some kilos to that lift. Got Brent. Brent has actually added some kilos to his bench press as well. I'll have to double check his competition history, but I think 142.5 is a solid opener for him. Brent, of course, core powerlifting. Very, very quick opener. Yeah, I clearly had some of my numbers written down incorrectly. He's hit 167.5 in competition before, so no wonder that was a strong opening attempt. Yeah, Brent. Katie in the chat. Easy work. That was indeed easy work there. Want that to be at the bottom. Got a nice little shot there of the bench. We're just looking at what angles we have. When there's only one platform, there's only so much to see. Calvin is getting ready for his second attempt. Higher. And that 2 white lights for Calvin. Asan, looks like he missed his opener, so he's going to need this on his second. Men's raw 74 kilo division, open age class. Got Asan getting ready under the barbell. Gets the press command. I think that should be a good lift. No, 2 red lights from the side. Didn't see it myself. I'm gonna guess that his butt came off. That is common when you see the side referees giving a no lift. They can more easily see Bars loaded on platform 2. Let's see, that looked like a good lift on platform 2, and it is 3 white lights. Wes, little bit of a struggle, but was able to pull it out. Justin coming up on platform 2, and platform 1 just taking a 10-minute break before deadlifts. Again, they are a little bit ahead because they had that small use session in the first flight of the day. So they're about a flight ahead of platform 2. We'll see if we can catch up at some point, but Justin is going for 132.5 on his second. His opener was pretty slow, slower than you would like to see on your first attempt. Second press. Yeah, again, the lifts have been slow. We've all had those days. That's A-okay. He did get his opener. Bars loaded for John on platform 2. Again, checking the weights, making sure that everything is loaded properly. Taking his time to take a seat, reaches down, gets settled on the bench. Really wants to make sure that he is locked in and well positioned. 7.5 kilo jump from his opener. Big deep breath before he unracks the barbell. Let's go, John. A clean second attempt. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights. Again, not the fastest lift, but it was very much under control. Gets the squat command. Nicholas on platform 2. Press command. Lost the groove a little bit. I think that under perfect execution, the strength might be there, but it is right on the edge. We'll see if he comes back to reattempt for his third. Thank you again to our sponsors for the live stream, Taylor Nutrition. Unlock your peak performance with a personalized sports nutrition session designed for powerlifters. We'll assess your goals, training, diet, and recovery to create a targeted fueling plan, complete with supplement guidance, custom meal planning, and athlete-friendly recipes. Natish on platform 2, 140 kilos loaded on the bar. Waiting for that start command, gets it. Very quick press command. 3 white lights. Thank you as well to another live stream sponsor, the Strength Guys. The Strength Guys coach world champions like Taylor Atwood and Laia Bavoil, and lifters just like you for online coaching, nutrition, and injury management trusted by the best. Visit thestrengthguys.com. Break PRs with us. Strength Guys, Jason of the Strength Guys has really grown his coaching services, as mentioned in that little ad read. They do have multiple world champions, but they also have a lot of local level lifters as well. Got Ryan on platform 2, getting ready for his second bench press attempt. That looked to be a good lift for Ryan. Well done, Ryan. Again, he has put some kilos on his total. He's already forecasted just using his opener deadlift to be a personal best total. So well done. Great training, it seems, for Ryan. Got Melnard now, bench 2, MDL powerlifting. And he's got some longer limbs, not naturally suited maybe to the bench press. Nonetheless, very smooth for Melnard. Great lift. Razvan, bars loaded for him on platform 2, 145 kilograms. Platform 1, we have about 1 minute until their deadlifts begin with our youth lifters. Razvan getting ready. He is going to take a lift off, it would appear. Again, lifters have the choice. They can ask for help from our platform manager to help unrack the weight. A lot of lifters, however, prefer to self-handoff. You never know what kind of handoff you're going to get in a competition, so I always opt for the self-handoff. One less variable to worry about, but works for Razvan, as he does not actually get a good lift. I think it might have been the butt from the side referees again. Got Brent, 152.5 kilos on the bench. His opening attempt was a bit of a sandbag, but 152.5 should be at least a little bit of a challenge, still well below his personal best. Let's go, Brent. Takes his time as he approaches the barbell. Make sure that it is, in fact, in place. Brent, my goat from Alyssa. He's got a lot of love in the chat. Of course, probably a lot of core power lifters watching online as well as competing today. Again, not rushed. He does have a full minute to get that start command, about 20 seconds left. Quick press command and a quick press. Brent is having a good meet, and he could very well push Justin to the brink. Based on their forecasted totals, he's doing just that. Brent has actually pulled within 5 kilograms when it comes to that forecast, and they are opening a deadlift at almost the same weight, Justin at 287.5 and Brent at 290. Back to lifting on platform 1 with our youth division. Sorry, just caught the end of that lift from the first of our duo of Knoppers lifters. Waiting for that handoff on platform 2. He needs this lift to stay in the competition and register an official total. Let's go with Son, come on. Looked like it was a strange starting position. I think he had soft elbows to start, but he still got the command, and he was able to press it out, so that is a good lift. We've got our second Knoppers on the platform with 53 kilograms. Easy work. Lions Den Powerlifting. Calvin Chan on platform 2. Calvin, third bench press attempt, 115 kilos loaded on that barbell. 66 kilo men's open. It was tough, but he got it. It's a shame he had a lot more on his squats, Calvin did, but just wasn't quite able to hit depth when he needed it. 3 for 3 on bench press though. Grace, one of our cover athletes, Iron and Elegance, just walks up to that barbell, no issue. Walks off the platform. Yeah, what did you expect? Love that confidence. One day I hope to have that level of confidence that Grace has, just walking onto the platform and tearing that barbell off the floor. Got Milan, platform 2, core powerlifting. Love to Grace in the chat. Love to Koo in the chat as well. Waiting for that start command. Wow. A little bit of a sticking point, but we'll see. That's a good lift. Well done on platform 2. Next we have Justin. We'll see if he is coming out for this attempt. Opener was very tough and missed the second. Go Ray Ray. And more love for Grace for Megan. Maximilian brushing it. He's having a great meet. Just setting provincial records and making easy attempts on the deadlift. Justin is indeed coming out for his third attempt. He missed it on the second. He's already grinded out a couple squats today. Let's see if he can do the same on the bench press. Taking his time, settling into position. When you've already missed this weight, it can definitely play some games with your head. But I've seen it time and time again. Lifters do come back and sometimes make the lift after some technical adjustments. And, oh, that's about as close as you can get. One more inch and he would have flown through that sticking point. Adea on platform 1. Lions Den Powerlifting, one of the Knoppers family members. Nicholas Lee on platform 2, letting out a little yell before making it out onto the platform. He is also going to be taking a lift off here. Looks like his elbows are a little bit soft, but he still gets the start command. No lift for Nicholas. Dia coming out next on platform 1, but they get a little bit of an extra break at the end of the flight because it is a smaller group, so making sure that they still get the rest that they need. Wes from Hall Strength Systems, coached by Max Hall on platform 2. Again, Max getting that love in the chat. Not only is he a king, he is a lord. I think that's his dad in the chat. Wes with a no lift. Not sure what happened there. Max, I think, was thinking about whether he could challenge it, but there were 3 red lights, and you need at least 1. Adea, platform 1. Makes it look easy. Bars loaded for John on platform 2 as he approaches the bench. Again, he likes to take his time as he gets set. Sorry about that. Reaches for the barbell. Pulls himself up to get into position before unracking the weight. Again, some lifters are quite methodical in their approach to the setup. Gets the start command. Press back. Looks like he's able to save it. Got 1 red for downward motion, but still a good lift. Ray getting some love in the live stream chat as well. Bar is loaded for Nitish and for Zan. Platform 1, another Knoppers member crushing the opener. Nitish getting into position on platform 2. Making sure that he is settled. Zach, we're just getting a question about Zach on the live stream. I assume that we're referring to Zachary Wheeler, who, yes, is in the upcoming flight. Not bad, says Jackson. Nitish only has 5 seconds to get the start command. He does get it, really taking his time to get where he needed to, but it is a no lift. But Grace, again, these youth lifters just come out strutting. All the confidence in the world. Speaking of coming out strutting, we have Maximilian, the king, the lord himself, attempting to set just a casual, another provincial record. What a day of lifting for Max, a U3, a 66 kilo division. Meanwhile, platform 2, we have Ryan Yip. Pulls himself under the bar. Gets his shoulders set, getting ready for the bench press. start command. Good press for Ryan. And Maximilian. Oh, so close. I think that he has the potential. It'll be an absolute grind. It is a mental game on the deadlift to not give up, but if he comes back for his third, I think that he has a shot. Dea is also going for a provincial record. We love our youth lifters today. They are breaking all of the records. Meanwhile, platform 2, we have Razvan. Oh, a little bit too much on platform 2. And we're going to have another record attempt on platform 1. Melnerd is going to be coming out on platform 2, MDL powerlifting. We've got the whole Lewin family here in the chat. Maximilian, the king, getting a lot of support in the live stream. Like I said, I think that if he comes back and fully commits to that third deadlift, that provincial record's going to be his. Just needs to come out with confidence. Meanwhile, we have Melnerd, platform 2. Being handled by Jason. Oh! What a grind of a... Oh my God, Melnerd. We often talk about, oh, he's just an inch away. He was a millimeter away. He had locked out his left elbow, and his right elbow was as close as you can possibly get to being locked out. He might have been called for downward motion regardless, but would have loved to see him get that lift. What a grind. Brent, core powerlifting, coming out on platform 2. Let's go, Brent. Always rocking the glasses on the platform. Respect. Really pulling his shoulders back, getting into that tight position. A little bit too much today. Again, he has pressed more than this in competition. And that would have been very big for him as he fights against Justin. Not sure how they have slights. It looks like I may have missed Justin initially because he is in a different flight. Makes it tricky to know what your competitor is doing. Dea with an easy provincial record. Just crushing it. Our youth athletes are showing us how to lift today. Platform 2, we have Christian. Starting on our first attempts on platform 2 now. The second flight. Van with confidence, slams that bar to the ground. Nopper's family showing us how it is done. Got Grace, and then we have Max, who is going to reattempt that provincial record. He's got all the support that he needs in the chat. Briggs on platform 2. Again, I believe that this is a token opener, but we will see if it moves like that. Yes. He does secure that lift, and he'll probably jump up on his second. Let's see how Grace moves her third. She just loves to walk onto the platform, grip it and rip it, and then walk off with a smile. Let's see if she can do it. Oh! I think that there was a little bit of a hitch there. So yeah, she got 3 red lights. Hitching is not allowed in powerlifting within the IPF. You see it a lot in strongman, where you rest the barbell on your thigh. Thomas on platform 2 with an easy opener. Let's go Max. Love to Ray Ray. Maximilian, like I said, he has it in him. If he can commit to the lift, it's going to be a grind. It's not going to be easy. But if he fully is able to give it his all, I think he has a shot. 110 kilos, provincial record attempt. Aaron Miles is on platform 2. Bar is loaded on Max. Let's go, Max. You've got this. Got all the love in-house in Edmonton, Alberta, and on the live stream. Yes! What did I say, folks? The strength was there. Maximilian with a provincial record attempt on his third. That takes everything you have. Aaron Miles with white lights on platform 2. Proud of Max. Takes a lot to come back, attempt the same weight again, and make it count on your third. He's acting like he's a master's lifter. Been lifting for decades, but he is still a youth lifter. Meanwhile, we've got Zachary on platform 2, one of the favorites in the chat, opening up with 100 kilos on the bench press. Danny will be lifting 92.5 kilos as a sub-junior 57 on platform 1 as they move on to their second flight of deadlifts. Zachary waiting for that start command. He does receive it. A very quick opener. Barbara is very proud of Max, as are a lot of folks who watch that live in the building. Sebastian, another fan favorite, coming up next on platform 2. Couldn't agree more. Max is an absolute warrior. Unreal. One of my favorite lifts of the day so far, coming back after missing that second attempt to set the provincial record. Sebastian on platform 2, 115 kilos loaded on the bar, another core powerlifting athlete. And making sure that his grip is where he wants it. Waiting for that start command, he gets it. Press, easy opener for Sebastian. I agree, nice opener for Zach, the Boost brothers, in the chat. We got Jasper coming out for his opener. Core powerlifting, a lot of core powerlifters in this flight. 122.5 kilos loaded on the bar for his opener. Again, squats didn't quite go the way that he wanted. Only 1 for 3, hoping to bring it back on the bench press. Let's see what he can do as he gets settled. Unracks the bar. Bit of a slow start command, but he gets it. Looks like a solid opener. We got Danny, platform 1 with our second flight of deadlifts there. Iron and Elegance lifter. Sella on platform 1 coming up next. Brad Roy on platform 2. Another core power lifter. We've got 4 or 5 in this flight alone. Brad Roy, 125 kilos. He's gonna take a lift off here as Stella comes and approaches the deadlift on platform 1. She's focused, sub-junior 69 kilo category. Easy opener, sumo deadlifter. White lights for Sella, and no lift for Brad. I missed that one. Not sure if he skipped a command. Sella's getting that support from Sophie in the chat, and she crushed her opener as a result. Anya coming up next on platform 1, 120 kilo opener. Dennis, 130 kilos on his opener on platform 2. Anya again trying to make the most of her day. Dennis. Good lift for Dennis, 2 white lights. That's my girl, says Sophie. Well, she's performing well. She's focused. She's locked in. Let's see what Sella can do on her next 2 attempts. Daniel, 130 kilos on the bar, 74 kilo open division. He was very focused and controlled on his squats, never rushing anything. Got the fresh cut for provincials, it looks like, as well. India walks up and crushes her opener. Looks like Daniel approaches the bench very similar to his squat, very slow and controlled, but that's still 3 white lights. Caitlin, fresh off of her national record bench press, is coming out with 135 kilos loaded on the bar for her first deadlift. Again, we are pretty interested in this battle with Caitlin and Anna. Makes her opener look like nothing. She's going to have to go 3 for 3 probably on deadlifts, push Anna to something that she can't pull. Ku, meanwhile, on his opening bench press of 137.5 kilos, received a no lift. Looks like there was a little bit of downward motion on the bench press there. Gabrielle on platform 1, 140 kilos on the bar. Raymond on platform 2, 157.5 kilos. We'll see if Raymond is able to pull away in the 74 kilo division class, and that was a good lift on platform 1. If this moves well, he is setting himself up in a very nice position. Moves well. Not the fastest opener you'll see today, but still a solid attempt. Three white lights. Rianne on platform 1, 145 kilos. Again, for you commercial gym folks, that is over 3 gym plates. 319 pounds loaded on the bar. Makes it look easy. Justin, one of our main 83 kilo open competitors, approaches the bench press. 157 and a half loaded on the bar. Provincial record attempt for Anna. We had a record attempt from her competitor, or a successful record from her competitor on bench press, and that's a good lift for Justin. And Anna, with the provincial record, it looks like, assuming that the judges agree, that is a good lift. However, I will say that it moved a little bit slower than Caitlin's, so we might have a battle there in that division. Justin was successful with his 157.5 kilo bench press. His best bench in competition is 167.5, so we'll see if he can get to that mark. I imagine that he'll jump to 162.5 on his second, and he did in fact do that as I looked at the scorecard. Christian, 77.5 kilos, a little bit shaky off the chest, but is still able to get 3 white lights. That's all that matters. Next up, Thomas on platform 2, Wiley Strength, and we have Danny from Iron and Elegance on platform 1. She's focused, looking down at that barbell. Bar is loaded for Thomas, 90 kilos, Wiley Strength athlete, Byron Wiley. Sella is getting her bar loaded, 120 kilos on platform 1. Thomas, very long arms. Imagine that he could be a good deadlifter with those levers. Thomas, successful lift. It looks like that's 20 kilos below his best lift that I have noted here for the bench press, but a little bit too much for Sella. Lightweight Ray. Great lift Anna. Just some comments in the chat. Love to see the support for our lifters here today at the 2025 APU Provincial Powerlifting Championships. Bars loaded for Aaron on platform 2, Anya on platform 1. Byron Wiley's going to give Aaron a lift off. Make sure that he delivers the bar exactly how he wants, and Anya is coming focused on platform 1. Tough lift, but it looks good. Let's see what the judges think. That is a good lift. Aaron on platform 2. Nice looking press from Aaron. Crowd and live stream favorite Zachary Wheeler is coming up next on platform 2. India on platform 1. Oh, thank you, Jason, for the love in the chat. Doing my best here. That's a good lift for India. Zachary just getting settled. Going to get this lift off from Byron, platform manager. Start command. Let's go, Zach. Very smooth press. Has got a few kilos in the tank for his third there. Caitlin Lawson on platform 1. Again, doing my best to keep you updated on this battle that we have. Caitlin has already set the national record on bench press. See how her second deadlift moves very well. So with that good lift, she pulls within, doing some quick math here, she actually is currently tied on total and is the lighter lifter. So if the competition ended right now, Caitlin would take the victory. But as I noted earlier in the stream, Anna is the better deadlifter. This gives her the advantage. She knows exactly what she needs to pull and will attempt to do so. If I was Anna, I would actually bring my second attempt down a little bit. Just do what I need to do. That's a good lift on platform 2. She has the advantage. She's a heavier lifter though, so she will need to separate herself from her competition. If I was Anna's coach, I would not do more than I need to do. Rianne on platform 1 comes back with 155 kilos. And that is a successful lift for Rianne. Something also to note in the battle between Anna and Caitlin is they're not taking advantage of the chipping situation. So they're setting provincial records, but they're still moving up in increments of 2.5 kilos. If I was their coach or their handler, I would actually probably put in one of these record attempts with a chipped amount. So she could go, for example, for 173 kilograms here, which gives her advantage when it comes to tiebreakers. Especially because she is the heavier lifter. So I definitely would have gone 173 there, but I am just a humble commentator. That's a tough lift, but it is a successful provincial record. Again, very, very interesting how that battle is shaping up. Caitlin seems to have a little bit more in the tank, but she's going to be deadlifting first, so she's going to have to pick a weight that she thinks will push Anna past what she is capable of. It's a very tricky play to find that third deadlift weight selection. Brad Roy, core powerlifting on platform 2. Just waiting for that start command from our head referee. He receives it. Presses up, very clean with some room to go. All right, they're calling it. Zach W is going to destroy deadlifts. Gold medal, gold medal, gold medal. Let's see if that comes to fruition. Anna has that love in the chat. Let's see if she can pull off that tight battle. Danny is lifting on platform 1. Iron and elegance lifter, 175 or 107.5 kilos loaded on the bar. What a great lift with a smile at the top. Love to see it. That is a good lift for Danny. Meanwhile, we have Jasper, core powerlifting. 127.5 kilos loaded on the bar for Jasper. Sub-junior at 93 kilo division. Gets his butt down, feet flat. Start command. Press command. And rack command. Bench press has the most commands. Got 3 commands on bench press. Start, press, and rack. Squat, you have 2 commands. Start and rack. And deadlift, you just have 1 command when you have reached the finishing position. Stella coming back. She wants to get this weight. Missed it on her second. Doing what she can to lock in her focus. Wow. She learned from Maximilian earlier in this session. Just because you missed a weight on your second doesn't mean that it's not there on your third. We have Dennis on platform 2 getting the start command from the head referee. Presses that weight out. That's 3 white lights for Dennis. Anya coming up on platform 1 with her third deadlift at 127.5 kilos. Ku, meanwhile, on platform 2. Ku is part of that loaded 74-kilogram class. Gets the start command. Wow. Anya, again, making the most of her day there. What a great third deadlift. Who, coming into this meet, was really hoping to push for first place. He jumped 20 kilos from first to second attempt and unfortunately was not able to secure that weight. If he had, it would be a very tight competition with him and Raymond, but it looks like Raymond is probably going to end up taking home the 74 Open Division Championship. We do have Daniel on platform 2, 140 kilos loaded on the bar, bit over 300 pounds. Bar is loaded for India on platform 1. Just a grind after a grind. I think that's a good lift on platform 2, and let's see platform 1. That is also a good lift. Very excited. Okay, so let's put our math caps on here. I need to pull up the live data. This is very, very important for Caitlin. So if Caitlin is successful on this lift, she will pull ahead of Anna. She's jumping up 15 kilos. She needs this lift. If Caitlin pulls this, she will pull herself into first place in the sub-junior 76 kilo division. We've got Justin on platform 2. And she does. She pushes Anna. Anna will need to load 181 kilos, I believe, in order to surpass. Justin looks like he got 2 white lights there. Good lift. This is shaping up. Right now, Anna's team has put in 178 kilos for her attempt, but they have changed it, yes, to 180.5. Making use of those chips, Anna will be going for a provincial record on her deadlift, so she is able to use those micro chips. Because she is a heavier lifter, if she went 180 kilos, she would lose on body weight. So she's able, because it is a record, to move up to 180.5 kilos, and that would give her the championship by half a kilogram. Gabrielle and Raymond. A little bit too much, it looks like, for Raymond. Let's see what Gabrielle can do. Oh, can she pull those hips through? I think that there was a little bit of a hitch there. See what the judges think. Yes, the no lift, unfortunately. Rihanna bar is getting loaded for her on platform 1. Christian on platform 2. Christian, member of Core Powerlifting. Go Anna go, Presley says in the chat. She's going to need everything. I'm going to say her second attempt was tough, and she has to jump up 8 kilograms on her third, but it's possible. Christian getting settled on the bench press. 82.5 kilos loaded on the bar. The building is quiet. Christian, a little bit too much. Rianne approaching the barbell. This is going to be a tough one. Let's see if she can do it. A little bit too much for Brienne. Thomas coming up next on bench on platform 2, a wily strength athlete. And next on platform 1, we have Anna. Again, as a reminder, she has added a chip to this attempt. It is a provincial record attempt, so she is able to add a half a kilo total onto the barbell. If she is successful, she is provincial champion. If she misses, Caitlin Lawson will take home the provincial 76 sub-junior championship. This is what you train for. Let's go, Anna. 180.5 loaded on the bar, provincial record to give her the provincial championship in the sub-junior 76 kilo category. The room is silent as the barbell is cleaned. We want to make sure that grip is not a limiting factor here. To win the 76 sub-junior category, can Anna do it? Gonna give everything she has. Oh my! Can she lock out those hips? There's a chance. We'll see what the judges think. And that is, 2 red lights. That is a no lift. And your champion of the sub-junior 76 kilo category will be Caitlin Lawson. What an attempt. That is about as close as you can get in a class battle. We do still have some lifting on platform 2 finishing up. Again, platform 1 finishing up very, very quick with that youth class. We're still rolling along on bench press on platform 2. But we'll stick with this platform before returning platform 1 for the next session, session 4 of the 2025 APU Powerlifting Championships. That looked to be a good press on Aaron's 3rd attempt. Zach coming up next on his 3rd lift. Let's go with that. A lot of love for Anna in the chat, and even though she doesn't come away with the championship today, she performed amazingly, and that 3rd deadlift is as close as you could possibly get to a good lift. Zachary, 120 kilos loaded on the bar, North Rise athlete. Gets the start command. Good quick press command. There's been some great press commands on that platform. Grind of a lift, but I think he should be good. That is 3 white lights for Zachary. Again, folks have been saying that he's going to come out and crush deadlifts. Well, he just crushed that 3rd bench. Sebastian, core powerlifting bar is loaded for him on platform 2. Sebastian getting into position here, gripping the barbell. He's gonna push his hips up as he unracks, then set his glutes back down on the bench. You can lift your butt up during your setup, but before you get the start command, that butt needs to be on the bench. Feet needs to be flat as well on the floor. Good attempt there for Sebastian, just not quite enough on the day. Briggs coming up next on the bench press. Another core powerlifting athlete, sub-junior 74 kilo class. Can see his core powerlifting family in the back cheering him on. Not sure. Briggs might be timing out here. Yeah, it does look like he is just taking those token 75 kilo lifts today and then timing out his subsequent attempts. Corey and Peter, great effort, Anna. Hold your chin high, as she should. Nothing negative to say about her performance today. It really was exceptional. Brad is approaching the bench here, getting ready for his third attempt, another core powerlifting member. And that is a good lift for Brad. All the love from core powerlifting in the building. Jasper coming up next, 132.5 kilos. This feels like it is just core powerlifting after core powerlifting in this flight. Jasper approaching the bench. Getting a grip on the barbell here. Sub-junior 93 kilo division. It's a 5 kilo jump from his second. And that looks like it should be a good lift for Jasper on his third. One red light from Danny Lee, our side referee, but 2 white lights means that that is a good lift. Next up we have Dennis, 142.5 kilos loaded on the bar. That is basically a commercial gym 3-plate bench press, 315 pounds. He's gonna take his time, get settled under the bar on the bench press. Great effort from Zach in the chat. Dennis, again, taking his time here. Gonna have a lift off from our platform manager. Gets a start command from the head referee. Good, clean press on his third. He probably had 2.5 to 5 kilos in the tank, but better safe than sorry and rack up those successful lifts. Koo coming up next on bench, 145 kilos loaded on the bar. Again, Koo was hoping to mount a little bit more of a challenge against Raymond in this particular division, and you know what? He might still have a chance. Raymond missed his second and third squat, or at least he scratched those attempts, didn't even come out. Missed his second bench press as well, so there's still a chance. But he needs this, and he gets it. That moved very well. Moved more like an opener a second than a third. But again, stacking up those kilos, hoping that Raymond misses a couple more. Daniel coming out for his third. Very slow and methodical lifter with a fresh cut, of course. Taking a deep breath before taking a seat on the bench. He's going to pull himself into position. Take his time, like I said, slow and methodical in the setup. Self handoff, waiting for that head referee. Gets the start command. And a little bit too much on the day. Gotta respect the effort. So again, Raymond, if he wants to separate himself from other lifters like Koo, then he's gonna need to hit this third attempt. Missed it on the second. Getting some love from the spotters and loaders. Pulls himself into position. Nice setting of the shoulders. Good tight arch as he unracks the bar. And it looks to me like that might be a good lift. That is 3 white lights. That's what he needed to separate himself from the competition. Probably feeling pretty confident heading into the deadlifts. A lot of love for Ray in the chat. Raymond. And he did activate those powers. It does appear that that was the case, Jason. Justin, 165 kilos on the bar for him. I was looking at his personal best earlier in the day. It was something around this weight. It might be this weight specifically. Yeah, this would match his personal best. Not quite there. It looks like that weight has been an issue for him ever since he hit it a few years ago. Okay, that does bring us to the end of our first session of today. I am your commentator for this session, Adam Maneri. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you, and I hope that you tune in for our second session of the day, set to start in a couple of hours. Before I end this broadcast officially, we just have a quick message from one of our referees. Thank you again. Thank you to our sponsors, and I hope to see you in that next session.
Hey everyone, Kayla Livingston. I'll be chief referee on platform 2. Welcome to day 2 of APU Provincials